Hey friends, Karen Baskett DIYer here. Okay, you guys, so the last Tumbler tutorial that I put out for you, oh my goodness, it was a real hot mess. And I know this because I had to totally wing it. My plan totally failed. Vinyl and glitter didn't jive very well together, so I just, came up with some new things along the way and made it work. Well, not this Tumbler, not today's tutorial. It went perfectly as planned, and I can't wait to show you. If you are new here, welcome. If you're a regular, thanks so much for coming back. You guys be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. I drop Tumbler tutorials every Sunday and Thursday at 6 a.m. So here we go. This was a special request by one of my viewers, Sharon. Sharon has pretty much been with me for several months now. I almost want to say from day one, but she's a very loyal viewer. I have so many great viewers, and one day while doing a video, a live on my Facebook group, I kind of scanned over some of the tumblers that I had in the works, and I had a photo tumbler in the works, and Sharon asked, how did you do that, or can you show us the process? So Sharon, this one is just for you. A photo tumbler. I had to go with this because these are my babies, my heart, and I'm so incredibly proud of my family. So I just thought it'd be fun to do a tumbler showing my sweet family off, and just showing you guys how I do this. So just stay tuned, follow along, and I'll walk you through the steps and show you how I created this photo tumbler. As always, I'm starting out with a prepped and sanded tumbler, and I'm using black gloss from the Crystalac company for my base coat. I really love the gloss paints. They provide really great coverage. It does usually take a couple of coats if you're using this as, say, like your background, but since I'm going to be pouring glitter over it, I just did one coat, and I was very generous with that coat. While that was nice and wet, I grabbed my fine metallic chocolate kiss glitter from Makerflo. You want to work fast while your paint is wet. Make sure you don't have any fans going or heaters going in your room, because that can definitely cause your paint to dry faster. Okay, yeah, I can already tell that did really, really well coverage-wise. So heavy on your black gloss or your paint you're using, and then dump that glitter right on there. I did see one spot that was a little sheer. To help it a little bit right there. After my glitter and paint layer had dried for 4 hours, I then grabbed my glitter glue and a tack-on brush and sealed all that glitter up, as you can see here. Then I allowed that to dry for 2 hours before moving on to my bright tone layers. On this first layer, I'm a little bit generous, because that is fresh glitter that I'm going over. Well, it's sealed already with glitter glue, but adding just a little extra bright tone is helpful. You'll need to allow that to dry for 4 hours. And while waiting, I decided to go ahead into my Cricut design space and grab my photo and cut the heart shape. So that's just what I'm doing here. Just showing you, recreating how I did it, because I've already done it. You can already see it all over there to the right side. But basically, I got my photo, sized it up about what I wanted it to be. You can do whatever shape you want. I just chose a heart because it's near Valentine's Day, and I just thought that'd be super sweet. And the little phrase I'm going with, my heart, I thought it would be really cute with it. So I just sized it up there, made sure that I wasn't like cutting the top of anyone's head off or anything, just kind of moved it up and down and figured it all out. And then I grouped those together, as you can see, and then I sliced it. And then just remove the shape and the outline. You can delete both of those. And then you can play around with your actual photo there. and get it the exact size you want for whatever size tumbler you're using. I am using just a 20-ounce tumbler. It's a little bit tapered. I'm trying to see what it looks like with the border around it here, because I am considering doing black vinyl behind it at this point, or white vinyl, not sure. I'm also going ahead and selecting my font, and this is Blueberry, something Blueberry. I'll definitely list it for you in the description below. But as you can see, once I got the size that I wanted, I unlocked it and flipped it sideways or at an angle, and then I'm just kind of turning it and maneuvering it, and you can see it kind of contoured to the heart shape, which I really liked. That way it just kind of hugged it, if you will, and followed the outline of the heart. Once I got it the size I wanted, I then grabbed my Haze Inkjet White Waterslide decal paper. I'm going with white because my tumbler is dark. After I printed it, I then sealed it with clear matte finish Rustoleum 2 times. I often see in tumbler groups where people struggle with sealing their water slide. You guys, this is the only thing I have ever used for water slide decal paper, and it works great. I just do like 1 or 2 coats and that's it. And then I allow it to dry for 48 hours. So by now my tumbler's had about 3 coats of Brite tone on it, and here you can see I've done a level sand on the whole entire tumbler. All right, you guys, I am to the point where I'm going to be putting on a pretty generous layer of Brite tone, and then I'm going to be adding some liquid micas and glitter. I'm just really excited for this tumbler. It is for me, of course, obviously with the family photo on it and all, but I just think it'll be a fun one. And I did have to kind of stick with the color theme that's within the picture. Otherwise, I would have gone all bright and cheerful, but I like browns and silvers and golds, so it's going to be really great. And then I'm going to put some Brite tone in a little cup, enough to help create the little swirls that I'm going to be doing. And then I've got the champagne liquid mica. This is beautiful, and I am just taking a little bit. I'm going to stir it just a little. I don't know that you have to, but I am. And then I'm just drizzling it into my Brite tone. I think I want just a little bit more. And I'm going to make this go the same angle as the word my heart that will be next to the heart in the picture that I'm doing. So make sure your spinner is going the correct way. Here's my picture, and it's going to be going here. So I want this to be kind of a hard angle. I probably mixed up way too much, but we'll see. And if you get too much, you can always wipe it off. And I'm about to start helping it move a little bit. You can also use a straw for this. Got a little too much and it came onto the other side. This turner is so slow. It's good sometimes and then bad sometimes. So here, as you can see, I'm just using my finger and wiping off and adding more where I think is necessary. You know, that's the advantage of using a little bit of bright tone in with your liquid mica and mixing that up, is that it helps it flow a little bit easier on that generous layer of bright tone. I don't want it to be so lined looking, so perfected looking, so I think I will use a straw to help blow the micas around a little bit. More of a marbled look. Okay, now then I'm gonna just use my She Said Yes glitter, which has a lot of silver in it. Just gonna sprinkle some in my hand and then sprinkle it along on the tumbler. You guys, this She Said Yes glitter from Glitter Heart Co. is so beautiful. I've already used it on several of my tumblers and I just received it. There just might be a coupon code for you in the description below. Once that glitter and bright tone was nice and dry, I grabbed my glitter glue and just sealed up all that loose glitter. And here's just another glance of the black gloss and the glitters and the liquid mica that I used for this tumbler. All right, so I've got my water slide here of my sweet little family, and I am going to do my best to just cut this. This is white water slide paper, and I'm just going to do my best to cut a good white, as accurate as I can, frame around it to help it stand out. If I don't like how this looks, I'm gonna put a black vinyl border around the heart, and probably making this more difficult than it should be, but my printer and my Cricut, I have never been able to get them set up to cut accurately, so I can never go back and cut my water slides out with my Cricut. So I'm just doing this by hand. Okay, so I soaked it for just a few seconds in warm water, long enough for it to release, and now then I'm just going to place it here on the tumbler, make sure it's a wet surface, and then it should just slide right off. You know, I love to print in reverse, but that's only when using clear. It just makes it easier to apply. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Now then, just to get it straight is where I always struggle. I can see a piece of glitter coming through there on my daughter-in-law's shirt, but I'm not too worried about that. I think that's okay. I could have put white vinyl back behind there and just laid this on top. Might have been better to do that, but black vinyl, you know, because the border I was talking about, but I kind of like that it's white. Okay, so I need to squeegee this out, allow this to completely dry. I let it dry for several hours, sometimes overnight, just to make sure there's no water trapped behind there, and then I should be able to move on with my bright tone layers after I feel that it is completely dry. Something that I forgot to mention to you a while ago, before I did the water slide, I had done, you can see a level sand on this whole tumbler. That is a-okay that I did it beforehand. Now, had I been using clear water slide, not good, because if you use clear water slide, you never have a chance to get your bright tone on the sanded part that's underneath. You know, you always want to do bright tone layer let that dry for 4 hours, then clear water slide. So only because I used white water slide, I was able to apply it over my sanded tumbler. Okay, so now then, this is pretty dry. It still needs to dry a little bit longer, but I went ahead and cut out my vinyl. I changed my wording, and I may have, oh dear, I cut it way too big. Instead of just saying my heart, I'm putting be still my heart, but I have to recut that because that is way too big. Not at all what I was thinking, unless I put it different. Nope, I liked how I had it, so gotta go cut that. I ended up going back with my heart because it was gonna make it so small to get that all on there. I'm just gonna line this up, get it where I want it. If you remember back whenever I was showing you how I did all this in Cricut Design Space, I made my font like contour to the heart. It fits right snug up to it, and I think it looks super great like this. So my water slide is nice and dry, and now it's time to start applying my Brite Tone layers. So this is the first one since applying the water slide and vinyl. I can't decide if I want to put anything else on this tumbler, so I'm just going to continue with my Brite Tone layers until I make that decision. I do need to decide quickly so that I don't have extra layers of Brite Tone that are unnecessary. I'm just going to stress this again. It's super important that you wait 48 hours after spraying that clear coat on your water slide. You know, allow that clear coat to gas off before you apply any Brite Tone layers or apply it to your tumbler, because that clear coat that was on there has to gas off. This glitter layer is still a little bit rough, the chunky glitter. So once I get that to smooth enough, then I'll make my decision on if I'm going to put anything else or not. I love it. I think it's so super cute. Oh my goodness, you guys, I am loving this so incredibly much. I am so super proud of my family. You know, every mama is, but goodness, just the new son-in-law, the new grandbaby, all those fun things that have happened to my family. So many blessings, and I'm just so thankful. You guys, this tumbler would be great for Valentines or Mother's Day or just any occasion, really. So just take it, do what you want with it, change the shape, change the colors, do whatever. I just had to go with that color scheme, like I mentioned earlier, because of my family photo and our color scheme this year. This picture was taken back at Christmas. All of us were together, and it was so sweet. So I hope that you have been encouraged by this. I hope that you will be giving this a try. Be sure to join my Facebook group. It is Tumbler Talk with Karen Baskett DIYer. I would love to see your photo tumblers. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Again, be on the lookout for tumbler tutorials every Sunday and Thursday at 6 a.m. And I hope you just have a super great day. Thanks again for watching.